39 The Teachings of the Lord of the Second Coming. Section 3 The History of the Providence of Restoration. And I, as an individual, each one of us, is a product of the history of the providence of restoration. Hence, the person who is to accomplish the purpose of history is none other than I, myself. I must take up the cross of history and accept responsibility to fulfill its calling. To this end, I must fulfill in my lifetime horizontally, through my efforts, the indemnity conditions, which have accumulated through the long course of the providence of restoration vertically. Only by doing this can I stand proudly as the fruit of history, the one whom God has eagerly sought throughout his providence. In other words, I must restore through indemnity, during my own generation, all the unaccomplished missions of past prophets and saints, who were called in their time to carry the cross of restoration. Otherwise, I cannot become the individual who completes the purpose of the providence of restoration. To become such an historical victor, I must understand clearly the heart of God, when he worked with past prophets and saints, the original purpose for which God called them, and the details of the providential missions which he entrusted to them. Yet there is no one among fallen humanity who can become such an historical victor by his efforts alone. For this reason, we must understand all these things through Christ at the second advent, who comes to fulfill the providence of restoration. Moreover, when we believe in him, become one with him, and attend him in his work, we can stand in the position of having fulfilled horizontally with him the vertical indemnity conditions in the history of the providence of restoration, the path which all past saints walked as they strove to fulfill. God's providential will is the very path we must walk again today. Beyond that, we must continue on to the end of the path, even walking trails they left untrodden. Therefore, fallen people can never find the path that leads to life without understanding the particulars of the providence of restoration. Herein lies the reason why we must study the principle of restoration in detail.